Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Thanks for the click. In this episode we are going to see one of the main important functions of the English language. Okay, so today's lesson is function, and this lesson is very important for all English learners in general and particularly for baccalaureate students in Morocco. So in the baccalaureate program we study a lot of functions. So when we talk about these functions, we talk about communication. So they have to do with communication, okay, or expressions, okay? So every function has expressions to use. For example, we have expressions to give opinion, we have expressions of agreeing, of disagreeing, of making requests, or expressions of clarifying, etc., etc. So when we talk about function, we talk about expressions. So for you, you have to learn, you have to know the expressions of each function and to learn them by heart. Okay, today we are going to see one of these functions. Let's start with this example. I am watching this video to learn English. I am watching this video to learn English, okay? Now here, as you can see, we have to learn in a different color. Now here, I can ask here a big question and say, why are you watching this video? I am watching this video to learn English, okay? To learn English. So this is, to learn English is the answer of this question, why? So this is, we can say, to learn English is very simply, can be considered as the cause why I am why I am watching this video, or it can be the reason, so we can say the reason or the cause why I am watching this video, or it can be, and this is the lesson, it can be the purpose. It can be the purpose why I am watching this video, okay? So this is the purpose why I am watching this video, okay? So we can say the purpose or the cause or the reason. So in this episode we are going to see expressions or structures to express the purpose, how to express purpose. Now if you look at this example, how do we express the purpose here? By to plus a verb, to learn English, to plus a verb. So number one is to plus the verb, and as you can see, the verb is in infinitive, okay? Infinitive. And when I say infinitive, which means it's not conjugated, okay? So plus the infinitive, okay? Infinitive. And when I say the infinitive here, I mean the verb, okay? The verb in infinitive. So this is number one, okay? This is number one, to plus infinitive. We can also have something like for plus the verb in ing, okay? The verb in ing. This is number two again. We can also have another structure. For example, we can have in order to plus infinitive, okay? Plus infinitive, all right? So for example, here we can say I am watching this video to learn English, or for ing, for learning English, or in order to learn English, okay? Also, another one that we can use is so as to, again, plus the infinitive, okay? Plus the infinitive, all right? Again, we can say I am watching this video so as to learn English, or we can have so that plus the subject plus can, modal verb, okay? Can, all right? So this is very important to remember again. So for example, we can say I am watching this video so that I, the subject, I can learn English, so that I can learn English. So these are the common structures for expressing the purpose, okay? All right, now for you, you can pause and try to rewrite this sentence using number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So to practice again and again, to practice, okay? So you can do this. You can pause and rewrite this sentence using all these structures. Okay, now let's see some exercises together. Let's see some exercises related to this function, okay? So here we have 3 exercises. Number 1, we have sentences, and we have the verbs. So here we have verbs, and what are you going to do? You are going to put these verbs in the correct form. And exercise number 2, we have some sentences, and you are going to complete these sentences. In exercise number 3, we have a short dialogue, so you have to complete this dialogue. Now you can pause, try to do this exercise quickly, and then we do it together, okay? Alright, let's start with exercise number 1. So in number 1, he gave me his address in order to the verb visit him. So look at in order to, so in order to plus infinitive, okay? Infinitive, which means the verb is not conjugated. So he gave me the address in order to visit, in order to visit him. Infinitive, okay? Infinitive, all right? In number 2, I revise my lessons to the verb get high marks, okay? To get high marks, okay? So let's see, here we have 2. So 2 plus infinitive, as I said, the verb is not conjugated. So we can say, I revise my lessons to get. So again, infinitive, high marks, okay? Now, for example, if we have, for example, here for, so we can say for getting high marks, okay? So it will be for getting high marks because for plus ing. I revise my lessons for getting high marks, okay? Number 3, I called him so as to the verb remind him of the meeting. Let's see. So as to plus infinitive, again the verb not conjugated. So very simply, I called him so as to remind him, infinitive. Or we can say I called him for reminding him, okay? I called him for reminding him of the meeting. For plus ing, reminding, okay? Number 4, I concentrate so that I can, the verb understand. So very simply, can, the modal verb can is always plus infinitive. So we can say, I concentrate so that I can understand, or I concentrate in order to understand, or I concentrate for understanding, okay? For understanding, okay? All right, okay, so this is for exercise number 1 that has to do with the conjugation of the verbs. Just remember infinitive, and when we have for plus ing. All right, let's see exercise number 2. Exercise number 2, you have to complete the sentence expressing a purpose, okay? Expressing a purpose. Number 1, okay? In number 1, we have I study. So I study for what purpose? What purpose are you studying for? So we can say I study, for example, in order to, for example, work, in order to learn, in order to achieve my goals, for example, to achieve my goals, for example. We can say my goals, okay? To achieve my goals. Or I study for achieving my goals, or I study to achieve my goals. So all these expressions can be used here, okay? I read newspapers. Why do you read newspapers? For what purpose? Very simply, you can say I read newspapers so as to, or to, the verb, for example, get. Very simply, we can say to get news, for instance, okay? So I read newspapers so as to get news, or to get news, or for getting news, okay? I went to the pharmacy. Why did you go to the pharmacy? Here again, very simple. We can say I went to the pharmacy for example, for the verb buy, we can say buying medicines. Okay, for buying medicines, all right? Or we can say I went to the pharmacy to buy medicines, in order to buy medicines, okay? All right, so this is exercise number 2. So this is the purpose, okay? In order to achieve my goals is the purpose. So as to get news is the purpose. For buying medicines is the purpose. You can add your own examples. Okay? All right. Now let's go to number 3, sorry. So here we have a question and you are going to complete the dialogue, okay? To answer, expressing the purpose, because the question here is with why, for reason or cause or purpose. Why do you drive slowly? Why do you drive slowly? All right, so here, for example, driving slowly is very important so as not to make accidents, okay? So as not to make accidents. So we can say very simply, I drive slowly. So here we can say I drive slowly in order to make accidents. So we can say I drive slowly in order not to make accidents. So remember, in order not to what? To make accidents. Now what is the expression we used here? Is very simply in order to, but in order to with a negative, in order not to, so we insert not between in order and to, okay? So very simply, for example, if this is going to be negative, we insert not here, okay? In order not to, for example, make accidents. Or so as, we can say, so as not to, okay? So this is for the negative. We can say in order not to, or we can say so as not to. So this is the negative, okay? The negative way of expressing the purpose, okay? In order not to, or so as not to, okay? All right, so I hope you benefited from this lesson. If you have any question or suggestion, don't hesitate to let me know. See you in another episode. Have a good time and goodbye.